The legal battle surrounding Nnamdi Kanu is once again drawing national attention, and this time many Nigerians are watching closely because the next few months could shape one of the most controversial court decisions in recent history. The Court of Appeal is now moving deeper into the review process surrounding Kanu's case, and according to legal observers, a panel of 3 justices will carefully examine the arguments presented before reaching a decision that could carry major political, legal, and security implications across the country. For many Nigerians, this case has gone far beyond one individual. It has become a national conversation about law, politics, regional tensions, government authority, and the future of justice in Nigeria. Supporters of Kanu believe the court should carefully consider every legal complaint raised by his legal team, while others insist that the rule of law and national security concerns must remain the priority. That is exactly why this appeal process is attracting so much public interest from different parts of the country. And before we go further, if you appreciate balanced updates explained in simple language without unnecessary drama, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others following developments in Nigeria. Also drop your thoughts in the comment section because this is one issue many Nigerians have strong opinions about, and respectful discussion matters. Now, to understand why this latest stage is so important, it helps to briefly revisit how things reached this point. Indigenous people of Biafra, widely known as IPOB, has remained at the center of debates about self-determination in parts of southeastern Nigeria for years. The group has consistently pushed for the creation of an independent Biafra state, while the Nigerian government maintains that the country's unity is non-negotiable. Over the years, tensions surrounding the activities of IPOB have led to repeated confrontations between security agencies and supporters of the movement. In the middle of all this has been Nnamdi Kanu, whose speeches, broadcasts, and political activities have made him both highly influential and highly controversial, depending on who you ask. Kanu's legal troubles have stretched across multiple years and across different courts. His supporters often describe him as a political activist fighting for self-determination, while the federal government has repeatedly accused him of actions considered threatening to national security. That disagreement is one reason this case continues to divide opinions nationwide. At different stages, courts in Nigeria have handled issues connected to bail, detention, extradition concerns, terrorism-related allegations, and constitutional questions tied to fair hearing and legal procedure. There have also been periods where confusion emerged because different court rulings appeared to create new legal debates instead of fully settling older ones. Now, the Court of Appeal's renewed attention on the matter is being interpreted by many observers as a very critical phase. Reports indicate that the justices involved are expected to review arguments from both the prosecution and the defense very carefully. Legal analysts say the process could focus heavily on whether previous rulings were properly interpreted and whether constitutional rights were fully respected throughout the proceedings. Some legal commentators have described the next 90 days as potentially decisive because appellate courts often work within structured timelines when reviewing sensitive cases. However, it is important to note that court procedures can sometimes change depending on adjournments, legal motions, or administrative developments. So while many people are talking about a 90-day clock, the exact timing of any final judgment may still depend on how proceedings unfold in court. What makes this appeal especially significant is that the decision could influence more than just Kanu's personal future. It may also affect conversations around federal authority, civil liberties, and how Nigeria handles politically sensitive movements in the future. Some observers believe the outcome could either calm tensions or trigger fresh political debates depending on how the ruling is received across different regions. In parts of the southeast, emotions surrounding the case remain very strong. Many residents simply want peace, stability, and economic normalcy after years of tension, sit-at-home orders, and security concerns that have affected businesses and daily life in several communities. Traders, transport workers, students, and ordinary families have all felt the impact of instability linked to the broader political atmosphere surrounding the issue. At the same time, there are Nigerians in other regions who believe the government must remain firm against any movement they see as threatening national unity. This difference in perspective explains why discussions around the case often become emotionally charged both online and offline. Still, many legal experts continue to emphasize one important point. The judiciary must be allowed to operate independently without pressure from political actors, public emotion, or social media campaigns. According to constitutional lawyers, the credibility of the judicial process depends heavily on whether Nigerians believe the courts can handle sensitive matters fairly and transparently. Another major issue people are discussing is whether this appeal could eventually open the door to a negotiated political solution instead of a purely legal outcome. In Nigeria's history, there have been moments when political dialogue played an important role in reducing tensions tied to national disputes. Some elder statesmen and regional leaders have occasionally suggested that peaceful engagement may help lower tensions in affected areas. However, others strongly argue that the courts should be allowed to finish their work first before any political discussions are considered. They believe mixing politics and judicial proceedings could complicate an already sensitive legal matter. Meanwhile, supporters of Kanu continue to organize peaceful expressions of solidarity in some places, calling for what they describe as justice and fairness. Government officials, on the other hand, continue to defend the legal process and maintain that national security considerations cannot be ignored. Social media has also played a huge role in shaping public reactions. Every court appearance, legal statement, or rumored development quickly spreads across platforms within minutes. Unfortunately, this has also led to misinformation at times, with exaggerated claims often circulating before official confirmations are available. That is why many Nigerians are being advised to rely on verified reports and official court updates instead of emotional rumors online. Interestingly, some analysts believe this case is now being watched internationally as well because of broader concerns around human rights, political expression, and legal procedure. While Nigeria remains fully responsible for handling its internal judicial matters, international organizations and foreign observers have occasionally monitored developments connected to the case. Another important angle is the political climate in Nigeria itself. The country continues to face economic challenges, security pressures, and growing public frustration over living conditions in several areas. In situations like this, highly sensitive court cases can quickly become symbols of larger national frustrations, even when the legal questions themselves are very specific. That is why many Nigerians are hoping for a calm and carefully reasoned outcome, regardless of which side they support. For ordinary citizens, stability and peace often matter more than political arguments. Business owners want predictable conditions. Parents want safety for their children. Young people want opportunities and less tension in society. As the appeal process moves forward, legal teams on both sides are expected to continue presenting detailed arguments. The defense may focus on constitutional protections, procedural fairness, and earlier legal controversies, while prosecutors are likely to emphasize security concerns and the seriousness of the allegations involved. For the three justices handling the matter, the pressure is enormous. Any ruling they deliver will likely be examined closely by lawyers, politicians, activists, international observers, and millions of ordinary Nigerians. Their decision could become one of the most discussed judicial outcomes in recent years. And this is why many people believe the next phase of this case is not just about one courtroom session. It is about how Nigeria balances law, democracy, national unity, civil rights, and public confidence in institutions. You can already see how divided opinions remain. Some Nigerians are convinced the appeal could dramatically change the direction of the case, while others believe the courts will ultimately uphold earlier decisions. Until the judges officially deliver their ruling, speculation will likely continue from different sides. One thing that cannot be ignored is the emotional weight this issue carries across different communities. In many homes, discussions about Kanu's case are no longer just political conversations. They reflect deeper concerns about fairness, identity, governance, and the future of the country itself. And as Nigerians continue to follow developments, many people are also watching closely to see whether leaders across the political spectrum will encourage calm and lawful reactions regardless of the eventual outcome. That could play a major role in maintaining stability during such a sensitive period. If you followed this story from the beginning, you already know this case has gone through many twists over the years. But this latest appeal stage may become one of the most important chapters yet. The legal arguments, the public reactions, and the eventual judgment could all leave a lasting mark on Nigeria's political and judicial history. So, as the 90-day discussion continues and the Court of Appeal reviews the matter carefully, Nigerians across the country will be waiting for answers, hoping the process remains transparent, peaceful, and grounded in the rule of law. And once again, if you found this explanation useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this update with others who want balanced coverage without unnecessary noise. You can also leave your opinion respectfully in the comment section. Do you think the Court of Appeal's decision will calm tensions, or could it open a completely new chapter in this long-running case? Stay informed, stay thoughtful, and keep following the developments as this important legal battle continues to unfold.